Well, good morning. Thanks for joining Jonathan and Julie D in the morning. Good morning, Julie.
Grand Rising, Jonathan. How are you?
Oh, doing fine this wonderful day. It's a
Excellent.
beautiful rainy day out here in Kingman, Arizona, and calling for a lot more rain coming our way. So,
We have a
how's
we're
Kansas City?
pretty good. It's
How's
warmer, but a little overcast, and so I think we might be getting a little rain later. So we'll see.
well, well, let it rain. Rain is always
Yeah.
good.
Well, they've been seeding the last 3 days, so I anticipate something rolling through anytime.
Oh yeah. So we got an announcement on Q Broadcast Channel 24. We've got
Mhm.
the Jim Price show on now daily. So
Fabulous.
he's gonna be on our channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 Central.
Mhm.
So you guys will have to tune into Q Broadcasts and check out Jim Price on our channel.
Awesome. Great. That's
Right?
super news.
But got a lot of things going on right now in the works. Let's see. I'm gonna get to the first ones first,
Okay.
or maybe not. Hopefully they're all gonna. So right here we got Tr- Trump threatens death penalty for Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers after Savannah's desperate plea.
Yeah,
That's
what is up with this thing? I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around why the big, oh, we have to follow this, and all of a sudden everything's about this one lady who goes weirdly missing. We've got thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people go missing every day. So what's the big deal with this one?
100% agree. Well, they've made more attention out of this than I've seen them make out of anything in a long time.
Well,
And
so it's like, look over here, look over here, look over here. What are they trying to keep us from? Finding more of the fraud in every individual state,
yeah,
right? I don't know. It's really bizarre. It just doesn't sit right. And so he's saying death penalty.
that's what he's saying. That's what he's calling for.
Wow.
They, but so Mike Grant this morning, he shared something pretty neat
Hmm.
over to me. So this is a way that you guys can pull up on all your. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can see it. So if you guys want to get out there to the world, all the garbage that's been going on, you want to use wow.dhs.gov. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what that site brings up. It's
Department of
very
Homeland
important.
Security.
Oh, yeah. It's very
Okay.
interesting, actually.
Good.
So let me
I like
get to
interesting.
this. Okay. So right here, I'm going to share this to the screen. Let's see. Come on. There we go. So what's kind of neat on this site is we can scroll down on this now,
Hmm.
and we can enter in all. So this is the worst of the worst arrested. And you can type in any city, like right
Okay.
here.
So Jonathan, hold on a second. All I'm seeing is an email about John
Uh,
Fetterman.
well, it should be. Did I share the wrong one?
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
sure did. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Let me erase this one. Okay, try this again.
All
Okay, sorry about that. Here we go.
right. There we
So
go.
right here. So
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
right here. This is where you guys can pull up the worst of the worst. So arrested, worst of the worst. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is highlighting the worst of the worst criminal aliens arrested by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE). Under Secretary Noam Noam's leadership, the hardworking men and women of DHS and ICE are killing, are fulfilling, not killing, are fulfilling President Trump's promises and carrying out mass deportations, starting with the worst of the worst, including the illegal aliens you see here. So, what's kind of neat about this, Julie, is for the viewing audience, you guys can type in right up here pretty much any state that you want to type in.
Mhm. I see Arizona you've got there.
Yep. So let's type in Arizona. So I'm doing, I'm sure the wrong one because there's two of them here.
There we go.
New state. Are we on the right one?
Yes, you're on. Yep, I see you.
So Arizona. Okay. So right here. Well, here's one for you right out of Kingman, Arizona. How about that? Right where I'm at.
Yep.
Um, Crimes, drug trafficking, arrested, Kingman, Arizona, Marco Felix Quintero. Um, and we can go on down the list. I mean, they got page after page of these thugs. Here's some out of Phoenix, Florence, Arizona. But you look at the crimes on these guys:
Mm-hmm.
drug trafficking, Safford,
Conspiracy,
Arizona, um,
narcotic, money
synthetic
laundering.
narcotics, laundering illegal reentry, laundering illegal reentry, identity theft, money.
And that dude on the left right now, that Carlos Montoya Campos, looks like he's 12.
Yeah, he does.
Very young.
But, you know, we can go on through. I mean, there's quite a few sexual predators in here.
Racketeer influence, corrupt organizations, synthetic narcotic, drug possession.
Oh yeah.
Got a lady in there.
I mean, you got to love all these guys. I mean, hell. Now, don't forget, our Democrats want us to believe that our borders are safe,
Right.
that we don't have problems.
Right.
Oh, doggone it. Hold on a second. I got to grab me a rag and just post something on my computer.
Uh-oh.
Not very smart.
Yeah, so folks, we've got here drug possession, weapon offense, forgery, fraud, impersonating, identity theft. Wow.
Nice way to start the morning out. There we go. Okay. We can go on down the list here, folks. You know, this is the worst of the worst. You know, we've got quite a few of them here. A lot, and as you see, a lot of them. Oh, doggone it!
Had homicide guy there.
Which one?
Right there. Stop on the right.
Yep.
Cuba.
And yeah, driving under the influence. I guess that's not as bad as some of these things.
On the right, though, the guy, the Cuba guy, go up. There.
This guy?
Yeah. Antonio Perez. See? Homicide, drug trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird. Hold on a second. Go back up. I just noticed something. That Antonio Perez, can you click on that for a minute, please? See if it expands.
I can expand it this way. Here, hold on a second.
There. Now look at that picture on the wall behind him. It sort of looks like him.
It does look like him.
Isn't that weird? With down to the beard, and yeah, that's weird.
Yep. And let's see, non-family strong arm. I wonder what non-family strong arm is.
Maybe that's a cartel person that says you're going to be my family or I'm going to kill you.
Yep. Good possibility.
Oh my
goodness. But again, this is what we got, folks. I mean, this is our are so-called people that thugs that the Democrats seem to like to protect.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
and the $1 million question is why?
Exploitation of a minor. There you go on the left.
Yeah,
Cuba,
yeah, yeah. Let's help
domestic
make this.
violence.
Yeah, and this guy I think has been arrested multiple times. By the way,
Wouldn't doubt it.
I think we've covered him in the past.
Wow.
And oh yeah, just illegal.
Larceny.
Yep. And what's this guy's charges? Drug possession, arrested Phoenix, Arizona. You know,
Sudan.
but it just wanted to give the audience kind of an idea of what we've had been coming through. And this is just Arizona. So the neat part about it, guys. So right here, any city, like
Whoa.
you're in where any city you're in what in we can do
Kansas City.
let's do Kansas City.
Wait a minute. Go before you leave this page. Will you scroll down the left person, Canada? Aggravated assault. Again, non-family strong arm. What in the hell is that? A picture of just, oh, Susan Nelson. That didn't look like a she Susan at first.
Actually, that almost looks like a man.
It does look
Transvestite.
like a man.
Sure does. That's what I'd
Interesting.
have to say.
Okay.
But my name went from Sam to Susan.
Right.
Okay. But anyways, right here, so you guys can type in right here in this section right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can just type in whatever city you want to type in. We're going to go to Kansas. Here we go. And then we'll hit search. So let's see what kind of thugs we got out there in Kansas.
Yeah, well, we got plenty, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Midland, Garden City, fraud, impersonating, drug possession. Kansas City, Kansas, amphetamine. Wichita, that's down there, Jim Price.
Yep.
Immigration, smuggling aliens. Here we go, Leavenworth, Kansas.
Woohoo!
Lovely. Aggravated.
Yeah,
assault.
let's all get out there and rah, and let's protest and help protect these guys. We don't want them being deported.
That's just insane.
Isn't that insane?
It is.
Yeah, but
Homicide.
this is what these people.
Willful kill gun. Homicide. What does that mean?
Willful kill. In other words, oh yeah, I voluntarily willfully. No, I mean, really.
Kill.
I mean, these are the kind of people that these Democrats want to protect.
Yep.
God knows. God only knows why they want to protect them. Maybe so that they all can. Another homicide from custody, aggravated assault, public
officer weapon. What?
So he must have stole the public officer's weapon from him. Is probably what he did.
Hutchinson, Kansas. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Actually, I think he actually killed the officer, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my.
This guy here we actually covered as well. Because this is when we were announcing all the police deaths.
Oh, right, sure.
Yeah, but I believe he actually took that officer's gun from him and killed him.
Kidnap adult. Wow, Dodge City. Kidnap adult, sex assault.
Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, a lot of these are repeat offenders.
Right.
This is what we got. I mean, these are guys that have been back and forth through the border over and over under the Biden administration, catch and release. Now, why the hell you catch and release a pedophile, a rapist, a drug dealer? I mean, you name it. Why would that be catch and release, folks?
I don't know.
And why would the Democrats? And why would the Democrats want to protect these kind of people? I mean, that's the $1 million question.
Right.
And then they shut down the government over this shit too. because they don't like us.
Yeah, and so really, what is exactly the shutdown? What I've heard is that TSA is currently not being funded. Well, whoop de freaking do. I
But,
think TSA
but
needs to go away anyway.
yeah, but either is your card, your God. There's a lot of different high jobs that people should be getting paid.
Yeah.
And TSA, I guess people are just going to have to wait extra long in the airports, or might
Hmm.
want to travel by boat. um, let's see, firing weapon, illegal reentry. Like this guy right here.
In
These guys.
Topeka.
These guys
Oh,
have been
gang
in and
affiliation.
out.
Yep. Yep.
You know, but oh yeah, gang affiliation. So let's go ahead and release a gang member, probably
Mm,
MS-13. Let's
yep.
release them back into the United States again. You know?
Yep. In the capital of Kansas, no doubt.
Oh yeah,
Gee, many
but
Christmas.
yeah, just giving. Just here's another firing weapons. Arrested, Wellington, Kansas. Arrested. Cruel. Oh, cruelty towards wife. I wonder what kind of cruel things he did to her.
Oh
God
man,
only knows.
God only knows.
Uh,
These people are sick.
but but again, these are the kind of people that these Democrats, for whatever reasons, want to protect. You know,
Hmm.
and as far as I'm concerned, they ought to be. Democrats probably should be deported with these people.
Yeah, that'd be great. Especially
Yeah,
since they don't want to bring them into their own home and give them, comfort and warmth or whatever.
yeah.
But they got no problem with them hanging out in the neighborhoods, but they won't support them, individually.
Now, now, what the hell is indecent
And
liberties?
decent liberties. What? I just saw that too. Hmm.
Huh?
Jeez.
Let's see. That's got my curiosity. I think it's time for Google to go to work this morning. Um, let's see if it gives me any kind of idea. I'm just curious. Okay. What does the charge indecent liberties mean? Woohoo. So, a charge of indecent liberties, often indecent liberties with a minor, refers to a serious criminal offense involving sexual misconduct that does not always require direct physical intercourse, but usually entails inappropriate touching or exposing oneself to a child or vulnerable person. It is generally treated as a felony and is aimed at protecting minors,
Wow.
typically under 16 or 18, depending on the state, or mentally, physically incapacitated adults from sexual exploitation. So ain't
So
that sweet?
so it sounds to me like they're using the term indecent liberties, um, but it actually means rape.
Well, call it what it is. You're a freaking rapist, pedophile piece of crap. Um,
Exactly. So if we're going to talk
I'm,
about the
I'm,
little ones, we're going to call it indecent liberties instead of rape. That's
oh
bullshit.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, they want to word it a little bit better to make people go, oh, well, that's maybe not quite so bad.
Yeah. God,
Oh, yeah.
indecent.
Anyways, but you guys can type in here, like I said, scroll on up here to this section here, and you guys can scroll in. You can put any country in there, by the way.
Good. Of origin. Yeah. I'm
Enter
glad to
search
see
term.
this. I'm glad to see this. I was hoping that
Yeah,
they would have something like this, similar to the COVID counter that we had, that was ticking how
yep.
many people supposedly died. We need to have a ticker of how many have been picked up and for what crimes.
So what I want to do this today, all my folks out there on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, X, uh, all you guys, if you guys can pick the, 4 or 5 of these thugs, put them in a collage together with their charges, post it on your Facebook, and let the American people know what these Democrats are protecting, the kind of
Mhm.
people. and your murderers and your rapists and your child pedophiles and everything in the book. Let's help make the Democrats a little more famous today. I think that's
Exactly.
think that sounds like a hell of a plan.
I think it's a great plan.
Okay. But anyways, we can go on and on and on with those lists, by the way. Yeah, you're never going to get through them all. Not in one day.
Yep.
But again, Julie, this is what just disgusts me about the Democrat Party. It's not the Democrats we knew 10, 15 years ago, even. I mean,
Right.
even 10 years ago, it started getting pretty bad. But,
Hmm.
you go back 15, 20 years ago, I mean, this is not the Democrats that, it used to be the Democrats, we all could agree to disagree, sit around the dinner table, and still have a conversation. Nowadays, you sit around the table with Democrats, and everybody wants to kill one another.
Yeah.
um,
Well, and a lot of folks that in the Me Too movement of walking away, they have said, I didn't leave the Democrat Party left me.
yeah,
And I think that's very true. I was the same way. I had come to Jesus with at the end of March 2020, and saw the right side
oh yeah,
and put it down, put the democratic ways down. Oh, it was bad. So happy to be on the
well,
right side of things.
anymore it's just gotten to a point to where the American people, the patriots. I'll say this: the patriots have always been calm about all this crap. If you want to think about it.
Hmm.
They don't go out and burn cities. They don't burn
Right.
flags. They don't sit there and attack ICE agents. But I mean, how would the Democrat Party feel if all the patriots all got together and started going out and attacking them, tracking
Right.
them down?
Right.
Doxing them, everything in the book.
We would
Um,
have had a civil war a long time ago if the Republicans responded the same way the Democrats do.
oh yeah,
You know?
and this is the kind of crap that right now. Oh, and then we got Christy Noam right now. She's been making a lot of noise about filing charges against all these Democrats. Um, and that came out. Let's see if I can.
Was that John Fetterman thing?
This one. Let's see. No, which one you talking about? That one.
The one I can't see what you're looking at, Jonathan. I don't know. That
Oh,
it says
oh,
on the bottom
okay.
that John Fetterman attacks on.
Yeah, you're talking about this one here. Sorry about that. That
It's
one
okay.
there.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, it says John Fetterman just called out the left for their unfair attacks on DHS Secretary Christy Noem. I met with Secretary Noem. I've always treated her with respect and refuse and never will engage in the kinds of sexist terms like Ice Barbie that the left media will use. So Fetterman has really gone against this party, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Compared to what, you know, he, he's probably more like the old school Democrat, you know, because what he is up against right now, his own
Hmm.
party's starting to shut him. I mean, they are, and I guess he's talking about switching parties, or maybe he's already done it.
Wow.
But he was talking about switching parties, going over to be Republican.
Hmm. Well, and unfortunately, there's only the two parties of the same
Yeah,
bird. It's like we're supposed to be restoring our public. We don't need this much governmental oversight of all of it. And I'm just ready for us to be acknowledged as fully sovereign, both individually and the country.
yeah. So if you guys want to look up that list that we just had, go to it's wow.dhs.gov. And again, that is wow.dhs.gov. And you guys can go to that site right there, type in any state that you want to search, and just expose what's happening in your areas.
Right.
So, I think it's a good thing, Julie.
I think it's a fantastic thing.
I
Yes.
think people ought to be aware of what's been happening, and
Mhm.
sadly, they try their damn best to hide it all.
We had yesterday, last night, there was, how they get on Facebook and they'll say, "Oh, there's a ice reported over here in this suburb in Olathe, Kansas." And the comments were awesome. It was the majority of the people were like, "So let them do their job, stay out of the way,"
Right.
And whereas I think they were trying to call for people to come, oh, protest that ICE is in Olathe, Kansas. No, everybody's like, come on in, Mr. Iceman, help us out. Yeah, people are just
And
sick of it. And I'll tell you though, and I saw this, I posted it about the what's coming out in the Epstein files and what has been going on. And I know that we're just now like tapping the tip of the iceberg with how corrupt and nefarious things have been. So, what
right.
I want to know is where's all the outrage for you folks when you find out that they're eating babies? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
Because unless they're getting paid for it, they got nothing. They have nothing. And it's very silent on the other side as this crap comes out. And it's heartbreaking. It's just so heartbreaking.
yeah. And again, Julie, how anybody could even possibly be a Democrat, with what their party stands for nowadays.
Hmm.
Yeah, it, only God knows, because you know it's become the corrupt party of the corrupt.
Yes.
Not that the Republicans are always innocent either,
Hmm.
but what we're seeing right now, the just the corruption and how deep it goes, it's like unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Every last bit of it.
Hmm.
And okay, I wanted
But
to
I'm
share
I'm
enough.
thrilled that it's coming out. Don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled that it's coming out. But there's moments where you just shake your head and go, "Wow,
Yeah,
wow, 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 wow! How could they be doing this right in front of our faces and we didn't even see it?" You know?
100% agree. I want to get this out there as well this morning, real quick. This is about the all the children that got recovered,
Mm. Good.
and see if we can make this thing play. Okay. Well, are you
This
gonna really?
Springdale, Arkansas.
Yeah, I want to get this played, Bill. What the hell? See if we can get it to
There we go.
do. See if we can get it to do what it's supposed to do, though.
Yeah, Springdale, Arkansas. Okay.
There we go.
WA's Casey Smith has been talking to U.S. Marshal's office and looking into documents all evening. He joins us in studio. And Casey, nearly all of these arrests stem from local warrants.
Yeah, that's right, Doug. I'm told approximately only 5% of these arrests are federal cases. Today, I spoke with the Marshals Service who helped spearhead this widespread operation, and they tell me arrests were made in cities all across Northwest Arkansas.
Most of these arrests are going to be related to firearms and drugs.
The U.S. Marshals Service announced Friday that 340 people were arrested in Northwest Arkansas between Tuesday and Thursday in a multi-agency operation.
We had a lot of arrest warrants for individuals that we were really focusing on. The second part of that would be areas where we just had a very high concentration of law enforcement making traffic stops.
Those tactics led to authorities seizing 95 grams of fentanyl, more than 4 pounds of meth, 55 grams of cocaine, and plenty of guns off the streets of Northwest Arkansas. I'm told, though, local crime isn't on the rise.
We've done operations similar to this in other areas of the state, in other areas of Northwest Arkansas, River Valley. This is fairly common. Hopefully things are getting better as far as drug activities nationwide, but drugs are still in our communities.
Authorities also found a child who had been reporting missing as part of this operation.
They were really happy to bring some closure to the missing child and to hopefully the family.
The Springdale Police Department was one of 8 agencies that were a part of this operation. SPD released numbers on Friday outlining that there were 124 criminal offenses as well as 263 traffic-related offenses.
There was no specific area that was targeted or any specific area that had the most focus. It was everywhere, and even not just in Springdale, but also across Northwest Arkansas.
Springdale Police Chief Derek Wright says law enforcement cooperation helps with safety here in our corner of the state.
No matter what level that you're at, whether that's state, local, federal, we're all able to work together to address the issues that are affecting the community at large, which would be Northwest Arkansas and beyond.
Now go ahead and take a look at your screen here. This is a demographic breakdown that the Springdale Police Department sent that's outlining the percentages of contacts that it's made during the operation. That big green portion there makes up about 70% of contacts that were with Caucasians. 13% in that orange shade there were made with unknown races.
Okay. So, Julie, the thing is, this is exactly what these Democrats are protecting as well. There's actually supposedly a lot of illegals there that was taken down in that operation too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to consider also, they're the recovering children and different things. This is again, so it's a drug operation, human trafficking operation. And God knows what else they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what just gets me so fed up anymore, because it has been for so long, catch, process, release, process, release.
Right.
And, and if this was Minnesota, I guarantee you, they'd probably be already out of jail.
Right, because they would have been allowed to come out with Soros money going in and picking them back up and getting them back out on the street, paying their bond or whatever.
They would have been the poor victim,
Yeah.
Instead of being the thug, the crime.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable what we're witnessing every day.
It is.
And again, I think what Trump is doing, and I'm just going to say this, I think a lot of what Trump is doing right now, and reason why they kind of remove some of the ICE agents out of Minnesota, I think he's letting them expose themselves even more. I think that's what he's doing, because he knows now they're all of a sudden going, we're safe. And I think it's going to happen all over again. I just have this gut feeling this is what's coming down the line.
You're probably right. Yeah. Yep. You're probably right.
I mean, don't ever underestimate Donald Trump, folks. The second you think you got him figured out, or the second you're like, oh, and I voted for him, never again. Before you guys flip your lid on everything, give Donald Trump a good chance and let him show you what he's really doing. Because I have seen so much controversy online, social media outlets, where these people are laying in about our president. It's like, that's not the president I elected. And then all of a sudden, a month later, they're like, oh, that's the president I elected. Yeah.
Yeah, what do we call those? Fair weather friend?
Yeah, it's kind of like, wow, you guys are so flipping, wishy-washy on every last thing on the president. So many of them are. It's like one day they're hating them. It's like that's not the president I elected, and the next day they're back to loving him.
Well, it's all about the clicks for them. They're the paid patriots, right? The patriots, PAYTRIOT.
Yeah. It's basically a love-hate relationship with our president is what people have.
Yeah. Well, and we've been, because of the mainstream media, we've been conditioned to hate him, right? I mean, before Trump ever got into politics, everybody loved Trump, wanted to be a Trump, wanted to be around Trump, wanted to be a Trump building, right? So what happened? What happened was the mainstream came in and said, nope, this is who he is. He's nasty. He's nefarious. He's this. He's orange. He's that, right? And then you find out that the mainstream media was actually putting up filters on their cameras so that every time that he would get on their screen, they would make him orange on purpose. Right. you know?
Well,
And I'm like, what the hell?
so even Oprah Winfrey used to love Donald Trump.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
but we're finding out
now,
about her too and her little school over in Africa and her relationship with John of God or whatever his stupid name is. And he's still
yeah,
in jail, right? For having all of these trafficking of children and women and getting them pregnant and taking their babies. And yeah, the company she keeps. Also, what was that guy's name? Harvey Weinstein, one of her best
right.
friends. So
Well,
yeah, Oprah.
Julie, we're going to take a second to run maybe a 30-second commercial here. This is for our viewing audience out there. If you guys have not signed up with Q Broadcast, Q Broadcast is, we're on channel 24 on Q Broadcast. And this is unlimited television for $69.99 a month. You get all your HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, Stars, Encore, pay-per-views, NFL packages, all your sports packages, all your local networks, all for one low price without a contract. They don't lock you into some ridiculous contract and you're like, oh, this isn't what I wanted.
Mhm.
And then you're stuck to it.
Right, right.
But I'm going to give you guys a little taste of Q Broadcast real quick and see if we have it here. So here's what they offer here. Oh, and I'm going to see if I can't enlarge that screen for you guys. And up in the left-hand corner of the screen that we're going to have is a link where you guys can scan the QR code if you choose to. And you can have unlimited television for $69.99 a month. And if you're paying for all these different streaming outlets, you might as well go with one low price of $69.99 a month and eliminate all the garbage. So just to give you guys an idea.
And as a reminder, Q stands for Communication Unites Everyone.
Exactly. And then here I'm going to play this from Q. This is their recent update that they did. If I can get to that. Here we go. And we'll play this video for you guys real quick. Or maybe not.
Where'd it go?
Okay, I think this might have been it. Okay. So right here it tells you get over 1,300 channels, unlimited DVR, closed captioning, intuitive guide. You get it all. Plus, you can make your own TV guide right on Q Broadcast where you can watch everything that you love to watch, which
You can
I
also
have my own
record.
person. Yep, it's got that built-in DVR to where you can record.
Yep.
Just a lot of good feature broadcast offers for $69.99 a month. So you guys
Right.
get tired of paying the high cable bills, satellite bills, check out Q Broadcast. Again, I just signed up for a month. Up here in the left-hand corner right there is Q Broadcast. You guys can go ahead and scan the code if you want. Try it out for 30 days. I'm sure you're going to love it. And again, you'll be able to watch Your News Arizona on Q Broadcast Channel 24.
Right.
So we got a lot of great programs coming up on Q Broadcast as well. We got a lot of different podcasters we're bringing in with us. That's going to be doing news broadcasts and different talk shows, like the Jim Price Show.
Right.
Love our friend Jim Price. He does an amazing talk show. And hope you guys can tune into his show as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Julie, you had something you said you'd like to share today, so you have
Yes.
it in front of
Yes,
you?
I do. So, as some of you folks know, some don't, I'm a veteran through the Kansas Air National Guard and Virginia Air Guard. And in this last year, I had been, last couple of years, I've been going through some group therapy, and they introduced us to a wonderful veteran group called Sheepdog Impact Assistance. And so I thought I'd share that with you guys. This group supports not just veterans, but first responders. And so, yeah, let me just share that. And we'll go right here.
Yeah, let's see if we can add this to the network. There we go. Okay.
Are we there? Is it sharing?
It's sharing.
Okay. So we have a gala coming up. But basically, I wanted to go down through who we are. It's been around for a while, since 2010. It's a national not-for-profit organization. It assists in transforming the lives of military members, veterans, first responders, and their families through something new for you guys called post-traumatic growth, PTG. So, the mission is to engage, assist, and empower our nation's heroes through our Get Off the Couch programming, which creates a continuum of care to transform trauma into growth and help them live their best lives. What is post-traumatic growth? Is a positive psychological transformation that can occur after trauma. It's the foundation of our Get Off the Couch programming. And so when you see something that's Get Off the Couch programming, that is usually local events that you can attend and support. They're all about getting veterans off the couch, get them re-engaged in life. A lot experience depression, isolation, and this just gives us a whole new community. I myself have gone through quite a few different programs with them. I've gone through the post-traumatic growth called Warrior Path. It's a 90-day program. 5 days are on site. And we learn 72 different ways to support ourselves while we're struggling. And one of the things they repeatedly go over is everyone struggles, and what we're learning are tools that will help us struggle well. And
Right.
so the gentleman that began this, his mission, he found that he was losing more of his men to suicide once they got home than he was losing overseas at actual war. And so he's been extremely motivated to support. And I'm very excited. They are just now completing their equine therapy arena on site down in Arkansas, near Rogers, Arkansas. And it's going to be beautiful. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced equine therapy, but it's super powerful. And I learned something in that. So it turns out that horses are a herd animal. Well, turns out so are we. And that for good balance and mental health and acuity, we need 3 to 5 people that we can call on when we're feeling withdrawn and isolating and depressed. And so
Right.
this also gives us, this information shares so many different tools. I highly recommend, please go to the website, tell them that Julie D. Floater sent you, please. And if you're not a veteran but you still want to support, you're more than welcome to. We're always taking donations. And yeah, so check out Sheepdog Impact Assistance, sheepdogia.org. And you might know somebody that is struggling, who might have come home from active duty, and they're just not feeling like they're fitting in with the family, not feeling like they're fitting in with the community. This program, so powerful, literally saved my life. So check it out.
Yeah. Well, Julie, we're getting ready to start a program ourselves out here in Arizona. Got an opportunity on a 20-acre property that we are thinking about setting up some small, tiny homes. Also, a getaway retreat area for people to come up if they just want to come up with their RV and kick back for 2, 3, 4 months during the during their extreme winters that they get wherever they're from, to welcome them to do that and
Wow.
become part of the community up here. We're going to offer outdoor entertainment. We're also going to offer cookouts, barbecues, just just a lot of encouragement towards the people that are struggling as well, such as veterans. It's going to be an encouragement support team that we're going to have. Because a
Great.
lot of times what we have found with the veterans, so many people have been through so much trauma, so much just, they almost want to isolate themselves
We
to a
do.
point to where next thing you know, they sink into this depression. They get to a point where next thing you know, they end their life. Um,
Yep.
so what we want to do is we want to have an encouragement support team, a family oriented base where you know they can they can feel like they're part of something, feel like they're a part of a new family that they don't have,
Yep.
never had. Um, because so many
That's
of our veterans
yeah, we really the veterans we do struggle with it, and first responders too, because you're
yeah,
in a unique situation that your coworkers become your family,
yeah,
and yeah, there's just a huge sense of connection when you're activated in whatever position, whether it be veteran or first responder. And when we leave that, sometimes we're kicked out of it, or I know so many veterans that they wind up having to leave the military on a medical, and they never wanted to leave, but they got kicked out, right? And so, yeah, there is this feeling of loss. There's this feeling of just I'm out here by myself. People, we even have a different
that was
language,
me. That was me, folks.
you
Um,
know?
and Julie, even doing the work I've done over the years, I can tell the audience, and I'll be honest with you guys, when you go through stuff or you've seen stuff, and you've been through just so much crap. Trust me, you'll always hear the screams in the night. You'll
Mhm.
always see something that's going to trigger something.
Right.
And, I suffered for the longest time, and I did, and I'll admit it. I suffered with depression. I suffered with just all kinds of thoughts that used to go through my mind.
Yeah.
There was days I'd just get up and it's just like, why the hell am I even here?
Why am
You
I
know?
still here? Right. Right.
Yep.
I get it.
And you get to a point to where you've got to find a way to either move past it, because you don't forget it. You'll never
No,
forget the stuff you've
no.
been through,
Right.
but you've got to find a way to cope with it. And
Absolutely.
and let me tell you something. I'm not trying to preach religion to everybody, but I'll tell you right now, the first spot is pick up that Bible, go into prayer, and that's priority number one. Number
Mhm.
two, you've got to focus on rebuilding your life.
Yes.
One way, shape, or form, you've got to rebuild your life. You've got to be able
Right.
to move on with life. You know, no matter what you've been through, because you know what, God's plan is so big for you. And I'm just going to
Right.
say this.
Hmm.
Because you know what? If you think about it, especially for a lot of veterans and people out there, and you're going, how the heck did I ever make it through?
Hmm.
How did I get through this?
Right.
Well, I can tell you how, because God was not finished with you yet.
Exactly.
You know, and
Yes.
that's something just to keep in mind. I'm not here
Yep.
to preach the gospel to the world, but I'm just telling you right now, if you put if you put God first, you sit down and go into prayer. You know, that's the only thing, and I'm going to tell you that's the only thing that's gotten me through the crap I've been through. And
Hmm. Good.
because there was a time, and I'm not going to lie, there was a time I put a gun to my head, and I was ready to
Mhm.
pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And a good friend of mine stopped me, thank God, after I
Hmm.
drank a bit of whiskey. Um, this
Mm.
was back in 2019 when my wife died.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for my friend walking in on me, we would not be having this conversation today.
Well,
Um,
I'm so glad that he did.
yeah, and so am I, because you know what? Honestly, I got to such a low state at that point. Honest to God, I don't remember drinking a fifth of whiskey because I'm not a heavy drinker,
Right.
and hard And me and hard alcohol just don't mix anyways.
Yeah, well, it
Well,
doesn't mix with anybody. That's why they call it spirits. They
yeah,
overtake
but
you, you
yeah,
know?
but that night after my wife died, I went back to my RV over in Lincoln City, Oregon, and cracked open a fifth of whiskey, and I actually ended up drinking the whole damn bottle, which I
Wow.
probably should have died from alcohol poisoning. I'll say it,
Right.
but you know
But
what?
you weren't supposed to die in any
Yeah,
capacity because you're
yeah,
supposed to be here. So,
but
and you are.
yeah,
So, yay.
yeah. But I look back at it now, and me and my friend went around and round about it, and I look back at it now. It's like, are you sure I did all this? Because
Mm,
honest to God, I blacked out. That's how much alcohol I drank. I blacked out. And that's
yeah,
why I'm saying, people, don't ever underestimate what anybody else has been through. Don't
right,
ever just blow it up like it's nothing.
right.
Because we have got so many people out there that suffer from depression, PTSD.
Mhm.
I mean, you name it. So many people that have so much struggles in life that it's unbelievable.
Yep.
And because I see people going, oh, almost making fun of veterans, and different people like, oh yeah, they claim like they got this, they got that going on, blah blah blah. You know what? Only that veteran knows the true story. You
Hmm.
know, and
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 every individual knows their own filter and what they've gone through. And so there should
and
be no judgment from any of us to anybody else that's struggling.
yep,
And yeah, we all experience things differently, but yet there's still a common denominator when it comes to how we can grow from this. What the hardest part is making that call,
yep,
or really is it's acknowledging that shit is not working right in my head, right?
yep,
And so yeah, just making that first call. The people at Sheepdog are incredible when it comes to just honoring where you've been, what you've been through. You do not have to have been a combat veteran in order to go through this program, okay?
yep,
Because they recognize that we all have trauma and in some capacity, and some of us we need help. I think we all need help. I know for myself, I feel like even though I have been in the you know therapy uh, process for a really long time, I still didn't have the right coping tools to get through this big trauma. And so there's always new tools that you can find to support you. And but we don't know what we don't know until we raise our hand and start asking for help and seeking assistance. And there's always somebody there, you know.
yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So, and the biggest mistake you guys can ever make, and I'm just going to say this: don't ever tell somebody you know how they feel. Because
Right.
none of us know how somebody else truly feels.
That's right.
It's okay to say I can relate to how you feel,
Right.
because look, there's a lot of things I see in people I can relate to, but I'm
Right.
not that person. I'm
Right.
not that person. I don't know what they're truly feeling inside. I
Hmm.
can relate to some of their emotions and how they're lashing out at people or whatever else,
Hmm.
and which has taught me a lot more patience and tolerance for certain things in life.
Hmm.
But you know, but when you sit there and you interrupt somebody right in the middle of their conversation, trying to tell you what's going on, and you
Hmm.
automatically go, "Oh yeah, I know how you feel." You just shut that person down, folks, and you leave.
Exactly.
That's the worst mistake you're ever going to do, because I've shut down so many people when they have done that to me.
Hmm.
And it's just like, okay, conversation over,
Well,
because you sure the hell
exactly.
don't know how I feel, and it's like that. So there's a big difference between knowing how somebody feels and relating to somebody, you
Right.
know,
Right.
because I can relate to a lot of people's emotions, how, I see certain things are upsetting them. But
Hmm.
deep down inside that person, I don't know how they're truly feeling inside.
Right. Because
All I'm
everyone has
seeing
a
is what they're
different
showing.
filter. Right. Everyone has a different filter and different experiences. And there's a lot of similarities, but we can't really truly know what somebody is going through. And when you interrupt them, that makes them feel unheard. And so this is where we want to always listen to their story. Always listen to
Amen.
their story and just shut up. and and don't make it about you. This is what drives me crazy when people are like, "Oh, it's a, yes, I know exactly how you feel. I experience A, B, and C." No,
Yeah,
no, you don't. And like you said, people just completely shut down.
they
So
do. Yeah.
it's important to honor that everyone has a story, and we have to uh, give them that space and that time to share the story. And that's one of the things that I'm bringing to my website, A Love for Life, is everyone has a story. Let's hear it. So I'm looking forward
And,
to interviewing some folks and getting some things rolled out there.
and you know, Julie, the most important part is, a lot of times just being a welcoming ear that's listening to
Mhm.
somebody just say how they feel. You're letting that person release some emotions that they're probably truly needing to release. Otherwise,
Yeah,
they probably wouldn't be talking to you about it, you
right,
know.
right.
And again, like I said, if you shut them down and go, "Oh yeah, I know this and I know that," no bullshit. You don't know diddly squat of what you think you know,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
again, we're not that person. Uh,
Right.
and sometimes just being a good ear, or when they're finished, you can say, "Well, I can kind of relate to how you feel. I can kind of
Hmm.
relate to it because it's what I've been through." And sometimes then when you share your story after they've completed their story, you know, if you got something kind of similar that you think might, be a good thing to get out,
Hmm.
sometimes just expressing and letting that person know, well, you know what, I've had some kind of similar things go on,
Hmm.
and
and
then the
and
person,
acknowledging the pain that they're
you know,
experiencing. That's the
yeah,
other part. I'm so sorry that you're feeling this way. How can I help? That's
yeah,
one quick way of really trying to get to the root of the problem. But for the most part, just sit and be an ear.
be a
A lot
friend.
of people,
Yeah, be a
yeah,
friend.
and you've met these people that they're so isolated that when they find somebody at the post office, they're going to talk their ear off for 20 minutes in line, right? Those are very lonely people. And so we recognize that it's really important to allow people, when you've got that one-on-one time, if they feel safe enough to begin sharing their story with you, shut up and listen.
Yeah,
Just shut
amen,
up and
Julie.
listen.
And I want to say something else to the viewing audience, something that's been pissing me off, and I'm just going to say it. I go out to a nice dinner somewhere, and here's a guy's, beautiful guy right there, husband and wife, boyfriend or girlfriend. Where the hell's the communication? Because all I see is
Oh, on their
awkward,
phones.
uh, not even acknowledging one another.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
what
see
the
that a lot
hell?
too.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
throw
Yep.
your
Yep.
freaking phones down, hit the power off button on the sucker,
Mhm.
and give
Yep.
that person some quality time. You wonder why
Exactly.
people's relationships never last, because everybody is so focused on the internet and all the other crap out there. They don't take time for their personal love life, their personal family life, whatever.
Hmm.
They're
Yep.
so focused on everything out here. Don't get so overwhelmed with social media, all the news crap that we're seeing, that you're forgetting to live life, folks. Take
Yes.
time out. Take a weekend out. Dedicate one day, one day out of your life to just, this is my family time. That's it.
Right.
No,
Right.
no, no phones, no this, no that. We're gonna have quality time. Let's do something together. Go
Yep.
hiking, go fishing, just have a family game night. Do something with the family.
Yep.
Get back to
You know,
being
20
family
years
oriented.
ago, 20 years ago, that's how we were because we didn't
Yeah.
have this crazy thing called the internet. Maybe it was 30 years, I don't know. But
Time
it
flies. You
almost
almost
came
made me
out your
choke on my
nose. Good job.
almost made me choke on my copy there, Julie. But
But you know, I don't know when the internet came out, but we used to have that quality time. I mean, I grew up Catholic, and my brothers were the altar boys. So Sunday morning is what Sunday morning looked like.
yeah,
Sunday morning, we all get up, get ready for church. We go to church. My brothers are the two altar boys. My mother's a Eucharistic minister. My father was the usher. I was the lector. So it was the Doty Mass, is what they call it. And so, and then after church, we went to a place called the Village Inn, also known as Village Idiot restaurant, and we'd have breakfast. But Sunday was our sacred day that
yeah,
no matter what, my father wasn't working. He took that day off, and it was quality family time. And I think a
yeah,
lot of people have gone away from that. And unfortunately, too, I think a lot of parents try to be friends to their kids too much instead of being parents.
yeah.
And I think it's perfectly acceptable for a parent to put down the parameter of no, we're not doing phones at dinner or whatever it is. But you've
Yeah.
got to have some boundaries and consequences when those boundaries crossed. And uh, new people that folks that are new parents, especially friends of mine that like wind up adopting a child that may have been somewhat special needs because the parent was a drug addict, and so they've got some issues. I got two words for you: super nanny. Go watch old videos of super nanny, and it will help you identify uh, safe parameters and boundaries for your whole family. It's a
Right.
really great program, and it's what I raised my son on, and he's doing fantastic. So,
Outstanding, Julie. So I'd like to make an announcement. So as of Monday, we're going to be on the U.S.-Mexico border. And I got Stephen Thomas joining us as well. And
great.
from Loaded Gun Copy.
Yep.
Because he's part of my security team as well. Just a wonderful brother, outstanding veteran, and their business is better known. Speaking of Loaded Gun Copy, let's
Yeah,
get that
let's
up
get
there
that
real
up
quick.
there.
So we got Loaded Gun Copy out of Lake Havasu, Arizona, veteran-owned company, Stephen and Terry Thomas. You guys want the best copy out there, check out Loaded Gun Copy. I'll scan the QR code right there. They got a great line of Patriot products as well in their store. And they just got amazing, amazing coffee. That's what I drink every day, folks. That's what you see in my cup, not whiskey. But anyways, check out Loaded Gun Copy. Make sure you enter in reference code Your News AZJTA. Enter that in, and Loaded Gun Copy donates a small portion over to Your News Arizona to help with our funding on all of our different projects we're out doing in the field. Um,
Right.
so, and for Stephen Terry Thomas, God bless you guys. Appreciate your support for Your News Arizona. You guys are our family.
Yes, they
And
are. They're
so we
beautiful
will
people.
be live. We will be live. We're going to be using our Starlink down on the U.S.-Mexico border this time around. That way we don't have glitches like we did the last time we were there, Julie. So it should come in
Mm-hmm.
crystal clear for you guys. And we're going to be covering multiple sections
Excellent.
and sectors of the border. So stay tuned this next week. We're going to be out in the field traveling quite a bit of the border from Tucson to Yuma.
Beautiful.
And we're also needing people to be part of our security team as well. If you guys got qualifications, ex-law enforcement, ex-military, we're looking for veterans that know what they're doing. And we can definitely use security teams in place. We do have senators, congressmen that we take down to the border. So, excuse me. So, hope you, if you guys are interested, reach out to us at yournewsarizona@gmail.com, or you can call in to the studio at area code 928-385-4738. Or if you're on social media, Facebook, whatever, you can PM me and let me know you're interested in signing up. Um, and I will tell you in advance, we will background check you to make sure everything's copacetic. Because when we're down with these senators, we got to make sure we've got the right people on the right teams.
Right. Absolutely.
So, I, other than that, we just got a lot of things we're in the works on doing, and we're going to be exposing a lot of what's happening. Again, to my understanding, we got over 10,000 military on the borders now. We're going to be at these different sectors covering it. We're also going to be visiting the Jim and Sue Chilton Ranch over out of Arivaca. That's where we've covered. I think we were actually there even last year again, covering it. Excuse me, I'm raspy today again. Wow. But anyways, we're going to be back over there picking up some of my surveillance cameras that we have had that was targeting the cartel going through his ranch. And we're going to be probably sharing some more of that footage as well with you guys once we recover the disc from our cameras. And we'll be interviewing Mr. and Mrs. Chilton again as well. And
Great.
just checking in on our friends right there. They're just a
Good.
wonderful old couple, fifth generation ranchers right there in Arivaca. They're almost right next door to the No More Death Camp, human trafficking camp, drug cartel camp, right here on American soil that our Border Patrol and ICE agents have raided multiple times. And, 30 years later, it's still up and fully functional.
Wow.
And Border Patrol just raided it not even 30 days ago again. But they're back and
Wow.
operational. So,
Wow.
so you guys, right into the Trump administration, reach out to Tom Holman, all these guys, put some pressure on them and tell them, Jonathan Alexander, your News Arizona says we need to get that No More Death Camp shut down permanently. Burn it
Exactly.
to the ground.
Yes,
Demolish it.
please.
You get rid of this camp, you've just eliminated a major supplier for the cartel. Because that's their food, water drop area, medical, whatever they want. And they bring children right through there for human trafficking. I mean, you name it. How these people are allowed to stay operating in Arizona, God only knows. They need to be shut down.
Yes, fully agreed.
And if you guys remember a couple of years back, we were down there right there at the No More Death Camp. And I think we were there last year broadcasting for you guys as well. And sometimes some of our broadcasts, we don't always get out there, depending upon how extreme it is. Because there are certain things that FCC and people would probably shut me down over for even broadcasting.
Right.
Such as decapitations, different things like that. But anyways, we've seen a lot. Been through a lot.
Yeah. Well,
definitely
I'm excited.
keep our team. Definitely keep our team in your thoughts and prayers. We always need a prayer. So if you guys are with your churches, put us on your prayer list because, again, tomorrow's not promised to you or I. So I put all my trust and faith in God.
Exactly.
Anyways, Julie, we just got a lot going on, and you'll be running the studio while we're out in the field, and we'll be getting this broadcasted out there.
Exactly.
So, and it's going to be 4 to 5 days straight coming up starting Monday. So hope you guys can tune in to Your News Arizona live from the U.S.-Mexico border.
Yay.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay! We won't say the last part.
The Mother Yucker? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Mother Yucker?
Yeah,
Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Yucker.
Yay!
But anyways, you guys definitely check out Load a Gun Coffee out of Lake Havasu. I know you're going to love their product. And I did want to share one last thing, Julie, for Q broadcast for the audience. No, I don't have the video. I'll have the video on my Q tomorrow for it.
Okay.
Because obviously it's not
wanting to pop up today.
Oh, wait a second. Yep. Okay. Nope. Okay, I'll get the video on now for tomorrow's lineup. Anyway,
Okay.
Q Broadcast guys are they're outstanding. Again, it's a Patriot-owned company. You guys aren't going to get better television service for $69.99 a month.
Right.
Again, if you had all this on satellite TV, I guarantee you're going to pay $2 to $2.50 a month, depending upon the provider. And they give it all to you for less than $70 a month.
Right.
A penny less. Woo-hoo. But either way, penny earned, that's a penny saved.
That's right.
But other than that, if you guys want to support Your News Arizona for the work we do out in the field, I'm going to put it up in the corner here for you guys. So I switched out Q Broadcast over to Your News Arizona. If you guys want to make a little contribution for the work that we do out in the field, you guys can scan the QR code right there and make a small contribution. We have been doing this all on our dime for a lot of years, folks. The border coverage we've done on our dime over the years just to get the truth out to America. And actually sold 2 of my houses out in Idaho and used the one funds to buy my home in Arizona. The other funds we've used for the last 4 years on the borders.
Wow.
All out of our dime. And so if you guys would like to make a contribution, you're more than welcome to contribute to our cause. And if not, well, we're just going to continue on doing what we do anyways.
Exactly.
If you do make a contribution just ahead of time, we would appreciate your support. Thank you and
Sure.
God bless.
Absolutely.
But anyways, Julie, we got a lot of stuff going on the border. We got a lot of cartel activity was reported to me. But we're not going to share where yet until we're there to expose it.
Good.
And besides that, I don't like to spread hearsay until I see it for myself.
Right.
But I can tell you right now, it would not surprise me because we've been around the cartel too many times down there on those borders. So, anything else you'd like to share this morning, Julie?
I think that's probably it for today. We'll have something new tomorrow.
Yeah, looks like we've just about gone 7 minutes over our air time, I believe.
I
Let's
think we
see.
got 14 minutes over
Oh,
our
hold
time.
it. Yeah, I guess we went 14 minutes over
That's
today.
all
But
right.
that's
That's
all right.
okay.
Well, let's make it 2 hours over next time.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll tell you what, when we're down on the border, folks, we're going to leave the camera running for you guys through
Right.
most of the journey. Some of it you might go, well, this is boring because we'll be driving, but we're not going to end the broadcast. So whatever we see, you're going to see.
Right.
It's not going to be cut. It's not going to be edited. You know,
Censored.
we've
Yeah.
had times where we were driving along the border and came under fire. And our audience was like, oh my God, are you guys dead?
Yeah.
But we're going to broadcast everything live. So whatever happens. You're going to see it. You're going to witness it. And I'm just going to ask you now to please like, follow, and share our pages out there on Facebook under Johnathon Townsend Alexander or under Your News Arizona on Facebook, either one. And you guys can also find us on YouTube, Rumble, X, and then also Julie D's channel on X as well. You want to share that, Julie?
Not on X, but on Rumble and YouTube.
I mean, Rumble. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. They kicked me off of X and they won't let me back on. So
Oh, you got nice of us.
I got kicked off the same time Trump did. So I feel like it was sort of an honor type thing. So. But yeah, YouTube and Rumble, I'm a love for life.
So hope you guys can tune into our broadcast on Julie's Rumble as well. Check her out. And then right now I've got a lot of different like I said, we're broadcasting to multiple networks at a time today, including Q Broadcast Channel 24. So you guys sign up with Q, put our channel in your favorites, and come check us out. Love to have you on. And anybody out there that would love to be on our show or something, that want to be on here, not love, you don't even have to love it. If you want to be on our show, feel free to always call into the studio, 928-385-4738, or email us at yournewsarizona@gmail.com. and let us know what you'd like to talk about, and we'll bring you right on camera with us.
Yep, absolutely.
So, and
Awesome.
other than that, we're going to be live again this afternoon. We have also got Richard Gage 9/11 coming on at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 Pacific, and we're going to be doing segment 2 on 9/11. Hope you guys can tune in for that as well. And Richard Gage, just to let you know, they have started a new investigation on the World Trade Centers.
I saw that. Yes, that's really good.
That shows all the corruption, and Congress is finally hearing it.
Yes.
So you got a group of over 1,300 of the best architects in the world, all demanding for a new investigation, and they're getting it. By God, thank God.
Good.
Doesn't matter how many years after the fact, folks. If you've done wrong, you've done wrong. Sadly, they have provided the evidence. Me and Richard Gage have done multiple broadcasts in the past on this, but a lot of new evidence they've gotten as well with their investigation work. It's remarkable the amount of corruption that we see, and without a doubt, folks, those centers were blowing up, demolition, controlled demolition. There's not a doubt in my mind after seeing all the evidence.
Right.
So you guys stay tuned for that broadcast tonight, and please again like, follow, share all of our broadcasts, get it out there. This is how we get it out to the world, folks.
Exactly.
So, all right, Julie, we will see you tomorrow morning. I think we're going to start pretty much focusing on 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Central Time.
Yep.
So we're going to be trying to focus on that every day.
Right.
And then the Jim Price show will also be on here daily at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 Central. He's on Central Time, I believe. Yep. He'll have his broadcast on and that's going to be on the Your News Arizona on Q Broadcast Channel 24, Jim Price Show.
Awesome. Yay.
And other than that, God bless you guys. Be safe out there. Love your families. Take some time out for your families as well.
Absolutely.
That's what keeps us together. All right, guys. Plus, you're all our family as well. And we love all of you guys.
Exactly.
So
extended family.
Safe out there. Be safe out there, folks. Have a wonderful day.